This video is a step-by-step guide to fix your site not being indexed by Google. And don't worry, you don't need to be an SEO expert to fix this. It's quite simple and I'll show you how to fix this issue in a couple of minutes and for free. Now, first things first, some people might not have properly submitted their site to Google for indexing. So, if you think that might be the cost, check the video linked above for how to submit your site for indexing. There can only be three types of indexing errors. Crawling errors, which means that Google is having problems in finding your website. Rendering errors, which are errors in loading and understanding the content on your website. Content errors, which are errors like duplicate, misleading or biased content. Now, let's solve all these problems one by one. If you see this error on your Google console, it means that Google read the content on your site but has decided not to index it. This happens if your website has content that lacks value or has misleading content like conspiracy theories, or content that is not answering a specific question that a user might search for on Google. This error also appears if the content on your site is very biased or unfair. If you're putting any bold or controversial content on your page, make sure that you add links to credible websites sharing the same opinion, so that Google can also trust your site and decide to index it. You should also look out for duplicate content. If your content is not original, Google might see it as a duplicate page and decide not to index it. The key is to be unique and trustworthy. Making sure that your content is original. Also avoid soft 404 errors which appear when your page has missing content pieces and hence considered as a spam page. To fix this, avoid using multiple redirects to the same link. Also, check with your CMS platform as redirect issues can also be caused by that. To get rid of 404 errors, I avoid keeping any web pages with placeholder text or dummy text. Google considers pages like this to not exist or send back an error 404 code when accessed. If they don't send back the same code, then they are considered as a soft 404 by Google and remains unindexed. The next issue might look like this on your console. This basically means that Google was unable to crawl your website. This happens generally for websites with more than 10,000 pages, as these websites might take longer than the crawling budget allotted to the bots, which is basically the time allotted by Google to crawl each website based on the size of the website. If your page exceeds this crawl budget, then the pages left over will stay unindexed. To fix this, simply remove any unimportant pages like tags, search pages, outdated old pages, or spam pages to save some time from the crawl budget. If your website is smaller than 10,000 pages and you're still seeing this error, then that means that Google doesn't trust or doesn't see enough value in the page. And to fix this, you should link the page to any index page with relevant anchor text. This makes Google think that this new page also has some value connected to the indexed page. Alright, this error could also appear because Google hates slow sites, and if you have a lot of media on your site, it probably hates yours too. And that's why I recommend using a free speed plugin like Airlift that keeps your website faster and leaner, taking your page speed scores from this to this. This error might also appear because of orphan pages. These are pages which are inaccessible to the user but still exist on your website. This generally happens when you miss out on adding all new pages to the sitemap or because of an outdated sitemap. You can fix this by checking your sitemap and making sure that all pages that need to be indexed are added to the sitemap. This issue might also appear if your website has any server issues. In this case, check with your service provider or developer to make sure that all pages are live and there's no downtime. There might also be some pages that are blocked accidentally by being added to the robots.txt file. A robots.txt file is meant to block any pages that you want to avoid users from seeing. Any outdated pages or any other spam pages can be added to this to make sure no duplicate pages exist. You can also add the noIndex tag to the pages you want to block from indexing. While blocking these pages, make sure that none of the pages submitted for indexing are blocked, otherwise they might be inaccessible to Google as well and will again make your indexing process difficult. Checking your canonical URLs is also important to avoid duplicate pages. This error generally happens when multiple pages with similar content exist and the right canonical URLs have not been created. Make sure you map the right URLs to ensure the Google bot is not confused when looking at the pages. Also, ensure that you are only using links to the canonical URL for an internal or external linking. For any doubts, just comment below and I'll help you out. Click this video if you want to triple your site speed in just 1 minute. You're really gonna thank me for this. So click here and I'll see you there.